Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome into the Jalen Nelson podcast for Monday, September 12th. What's going on? Watching any football? Week 1 officially starting. I guess you can say Thursday was the official start for Week 1 of the season. I didn't watch any football today. Sitting here watching Sunday night. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the games. I'm just watching the Sunday night game, Patriots and Cardinals here. Again, working on a Sunday. Who works on a Sunday, right? Only working in an emergency field or something like that, you're working on a Sunday. And that's what I do. Every weekend I'm working. I had Friday off. I did have Friday off. Can't really say that's a weekend, I guess. But I normally don't get Friday, Saturday, or Sundays off. But got a Friday off. I went skydiving. I put the video up. My second time skydiving. It was a lot better than this first time. Not saying that the first time was bad, but my mental... I was a lot more comfortable mentally that I'm about to jump out of a plane. Like the first time in my birthday vlog video, I said how my hand did not shake, my heart did not beat fast, but my mind was going all over the place. I was mentally scared about to jump out of an airplane. Who wouldn't, right? But so I was a lot more prepared. Went with one of my friends for his 25th birthday. It was his first time jumping. He was a better man than me. He did not get scared at any point. That's first of many jumps for us. We're definitely going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. They asked me if I was going to do it professionally. I don't know. But you guys, you got to go and try it. You have to. You really can't explain how fun it is unless you bring someone up or someone you're telling how fun it is go for themselves. You really can't. It would take me the longest to sit here and try to explain it. But I did not really get scared until the first time I went. It was a girl that was her first time. No, it was her second time. She had just went maybe a week and a half before. So it was her and then myself, and I jumped first. So this time, jumping second and watching my friend jump out first, that scared me. That's when I got scared. I'm like, oh, wow. Shit. Do I still want to do this? And I'm like, okay, let's do it. So you can see in that video really quick, I had to take a deep breath because I actually was there to watch someone jump out of a plane in person. So better the second time. I probably is just going to keep getting better as many times as I go. But guys, you got to try it. That's just something you have to do. Bucket list, birthday list, something you have to try it. I would say start off with watching videos, looking at pictures, being comfortable enough to sit and watch people jump out of a plane or something like that. That's how I got comfortable enough to say, yeah, that's something I would want to do. I just watched a bunch of videos. That's what I did. And I think anyone, even if you sit there and watch it and your knees are weak or your hands are sweating, just watching someone jump out of a plane, at some point you're going to say that looks like fun. And the more you keep watching it, you're going to be like, you know what? I think I can do it. And that's what I just say. Go and try it, man. It's extremely fun. It's something you definitely cannot explain. But there's something I wanted to bring up in the last podcast, which what's this guy's name? Brock Turner. Brock Turner, the young guy that got away And he served 3 months for rape or something like that. Brock Turner, you guys heard that story? Guy served 3 months for raping a drunk woman. Now, I really didn't look into the particulars of this case and things like that, but from what I know is that he was stopped by, I guess, a guy or two guys that were walking past. So there's not any he said, she said. It's eyewitnesses and things like that. And this guy got 3 months. Now, this is people that are making this out to a white privilege thing or because he's white or anything. I don't think it's really that. I don't think it's that. It's just he was plugged. The guy was plugged. The judge for the case. Gotta pull this up here. Whatever the judge's name. I guess they went to the same college. And they have some kind of, they got some kind of connection with his parents and a judge. He was plugged. He got 3 months for that. And I'm sure in the same state, and this is California we're talking about here, you have people that get years for rape. Years. Now, let me see. On 5 charges, 2 for rape, 2 for felony sexual assault, and 1 for attempted rape. He was arraigned on February 2nd, 2015, pleading not guilty on all 5. Pleading not guilty? After reviewing the results of DNA tests, the 2 rape charges were dropped by prosecutors. Why were they dropped? The trial began on March 30th. Prosecutors recommended 6 years in prison, while probation officials recommended a moderate county jail sentence. Sentenced him to 6 months in confinement. The judge sentenced him for 6 months. He did 3. How does that happen? You have men that go away for years for this. Years. Some men lose their lives for stuff like this. I'm not talking about lethal injection or anything like that. I'm just talking about as in terms of decades. And you have guys that are really innocent and they do decades and nothing ever happens to the accuser or the state or anyone. And this guy does 3 months. This guy did as much time as Floyd Mayweather did for pleading guilty. Wait, did Mayweather plead? I think cop a plea deal for what he did. 6 years prosecutors were looking for. They got 6 months. He did 3 months. He's going to do 3 years of probation. How does that happen? Now, I know Floyd Mayweather's thing was in Vegas, or I should say in Nevada, and this is California. 2 different states, I know, but this stinks. This guy should be doing years. Now, I don't know all of the particulars for this case for me to say lock him up, throw away the key, or anything like that. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't say that. But 3 months, come on, man. Come on. 3 months is for what some people get for a illegal gun or something like that. 3 months will get you for hitting your girl, hitting your old lady, your wife. A domestic, get 3 months for that, right? Probably not obeying a restraining order. 3 months. This guy raped a intoxicated woman and he had a account sexually penetrating an unconscious person with a foreign object. What the hell was he? What was that from? Wait a minute. I don't know what that meant. Spotted up here. This is ridiculous. But yeah, man, 3 months for that. That's ridiculous. Like I said, this guy should be doing years. But hey, what can you say, man? His life is gonna be ruined. People will always know who he is. I've actually seen people passing out his address. I guess with him now having to register under being a sex offender, his address is always going to be out there. But still, man, 3 months, that's just not enough. But like I said, NFL week 1, the games happened today. The game is going on. Patriots and Cardinals right now. And I didn't watch anything. Like I said, I didn't watch any of the games except for the Sunday night one that's going on right now. And I guess some of the main talk going into week 1 was about what would the players do with this national anthem and it being September 11th, the 15th year anniversary of what happened back in 2001. Now, due to that, on that day, a lot of innocent people lost their lives. Men and women, a lot of families destroyed. A lot of brave men and women lost their lives that day. And due to that day, many people in different parts of the world lost their lives due to that day. Now, many of us, not even just Americans and people that live in the United States, but I'm sure many people around the world have their opinions on what happened that day, why it happened, things like that. Now, hey, listen. Now, I tell you guys, I am all for conspiracy talk. I'm up for good conspiracy talk. I'm one of those guys. I'm up for that, right? Why not? But the thing is with that, as soon as someone tells me no planes hit any of the towers in New York, as soon as someone says that, I can't acknowledge them. I can't have that conversation with them. I just can't. There's way too much live footage and amateur footage and all kinds of footage like that shown the planes hitting the tower. Come on. There was so much live feeds. There were so many people on the ground that seen it. There are so many people from their apartments that seen this. There's so many emergency personnel that seen this. Raiders did come back and won. And I heard the Chiefs win. I'm sitting here watching the halftime highlights. Yeah, but see, with someone saying stuff like that, I really can't go into it with them. I can't. Now, someone saying thermite paint or a controlled demolition. Did the Packers lose? Please tell me the Packers lost. I think they won. A controlled demolition. Now, let's talk about what would take place for a controlled demolition for a second. Let's talk about that. You would need first a empty building. jackhammering into cement structures, huge amounts of C4. You would need all of those things, and you would have to think, who would do this? Can't just be regular old construction workers that do planned demolition on other buildings. So who would actually do this? Was there no one in any of these towers that survived noticed this going on? Like, what is all this C4 that's here? No one leading up to it, September 8th, September 9th, September 10th, 2001, July, August. No one known. So who would actually do it? So, okay, let's say this does happen. It happens. Those people that did this, these construction workers or whoever planted this C4 and all of that, right? They're just people like you and I, and they don't say anything. They just hush, nothing. That's it. You got to think about that for a second. You have to. Those are the two things. Now, inside job, I mean, those are inside jobs, right? Now, you listening to this is okay, Jalen, what the hell do you think? What I think is that intelligence was known by FBI or Secret Service, anyone. I believe that they had intelligence. FBI, CIA, Secret Service, the government, whoever had intelligence about some kind of plot going on, some kind of attack by a group. And maybe, I will go in as far as saying they knew the city. I'll go in as far as saying New York City. They knew somewhere in New York there was going to be an attack. Did they know the day? I don't know that. I don't even want to go in as far as that. Do I want to say? Because there were 4. One landed Pentagon, and one crashed in the field in Pennsylvania somewhere. I forgot the name. I can't remember if they actually had proof of where that was going, White House, or where that plane's focus was. That's my phone. But I will go in as far as saying New York. In some weird way, I will even go in as far as saying they knew where those planes from. I think they were from Boston. No, excuse me, not the planes, but they knew the World Trade Center as part of this plot that was going to be attacked. I will go as far as saying that probably 5 days out of 7. This is one of those days. I'll go in that far. But I think soon as they caught wind of a plane flew into the World Trade Center and then another one did, they went, shit, I think they went shit. They flew planes. I think they didn't think it would be that complex. If you really look at it, does that sound crazy what I'm saying? When people sit there and say no planes hit any of the towers, that's ridiculous. C4, that's but what I'm saying is that really out there? I don't know, man. Get in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. But I don't think it's that far off. Sitting here watching this Russell Wilson commercial. I think that guy is going to be MVP. Or if not, somewhere up there, man. He's going to light it up this year. They had a tough game I seen. Real tough game. Today against the Dolphins. And it just makes me think, man, like, I haven't seen Sully. I need to see that. It's just been so busy. I've been dealing with the police. Nothing I did. I don't even think I can really talk about it. Because it really is an ongoing investigation, as they like to say. But at some point, I would definitely love to share that story with you guys. At some point. But it just makes me think, man, like this month it's been packed, it's been busy. Can't do the amount of reviews that I would want to do. The 2K is coming out. I think I'm gonna pick that up. I keep going back and forth about am I gonna pick it up, what system I'm gonna get it for. An interesting thing, a really interesting thing that I guess the ratings was a talk about Kyrie Irving being an 89, Klay Thompson being a 90, Draymond Green being a 90. I think they got it right. I think they got it right. If anything, Draymond Green can be an 89. He's a better basketball player than Kyrie Irving. I would take Draymond before I take Kyrie Irving. I would. Klay Thompson as well. Because you got to think about it. Kyrie Irving he's a scoring point guard. That's what he is. And what else does he do well besides scoring? Leadership, passing, defense, rebounding. No. Even with LeBron, I'm still going to say no. Dwayne Wade was still a great defender. Kyrie Irving is not a great defender. He's Damian Lillard of these. And on certain days, I don't know who's better between the two. Klay Thompson is not only a great 3-point shooter, he will back down, take smaller guards to the post, shoot over them. And then also he'll go and guard the best perimeter offensive player on defense. He'll do that. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, doesn't matter. He'll go do that. Draymond Green has a little 3-ball. He passes the ball. He rebounds. He can guard 1 through 4, not really 5. Takes charges. Emotional leader for the Warriors. Kyrie Irving, great scorer. Damian Lillard up the East. And like I said, some days I don't know who's better. So when I look at in general, who's, because I had this conversation with a few people in terms of best point guard and top 5 point guards and whatnot. In general. Now, I'll go in general and then I'll go in last season. In general, Chris Paul. Best point guard in general. Chris Paul, Stephen Curry, 3, Russell Westbrook, 4, John Wall, and 5, you can go Damian Lillard or Kyrie Irving. It's that simple. Last season, I will say Stephen Curry, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul. And now people think Chris Paul fell off. Chris Paul scored the 3rd most points he ever did last year. The 3rd most points. I'm going to say Chris Paul was the 3rd best point guard last year. 4th, John Wall. 5, Damian Lillard or Kyrie Irving. Depends on what your taste is. Who do you think? I mean, does that sound crazy? They're the same guy. Lillard and Kyrie Irving, they're the same guy. You put Damian Lillard with LeBron, do you really think you're going to see much better or less? Damian Lillard's probably a better passer, or I should say at least more willing to pass. But I mean, it's not too far off, right? Guys, let me know your thoughts. In general, best top 5 point guards last year, best top 5 point guards. Let me know your thoughts. Any thoughts about anything I said in this podcast? That is the podcast for this week. I'm going to go ahead and watch the second half of this game. Garoppolo looked pretty good in the first drive. Just checking out what's going on here. They're driving. They're a little bit past midfield, the Patriots. So I'm going to go ahead and watch the second half of this game. Guys, my Rams playing tomorrow night against, Kaepernick's not even starting. I was going to say Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers, so he's not even starting, so I don't got to worry or even say that. But guys, get in the comment section, did your teams win today? Did you start off well? Leave any comments about anything I said in this podcast. That is the podcast for the 12th of September 2016. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for the subscribers. Subscribe if you have not. Like this video. Share this podcast, I should say. It's still gonna be in a video, so like the video, share. You know what the hell I'm talking about. Guys, I'm about to get out of here. Enjoy your week. Back to work. Me is just continue working. Guys, I'm out of here. Thank you. Catch you next Monday.